Welcome back, Hoshamadid, Dustaya man. We are back. Emir Damun the Young of Artishin Satrapy. This is us. Oh, we're over here. Actually, oh yeah, that's because we are serving in the court of our bossy boss, the Caliph Mahdi. Cool. So last episode kind of went off the rails a little bit. We lost our wife to syphilis, and we became a lunatic. Stark raving mad, it says. But more so, we were inducted into Lucifer's own society. We sacrificed a virgin, not one, but two, one of which was like a 40-year-old man, and the other of which was a horse. They don't show up on your kills bar. Huh, interesting. Okay. I thought they would. Because people that you generally kill in combat or you like murder yourself will show up here, or people that like die in your dungeon will also show up, or folks that you've executed. But for some reason, I guess it's because since it's not like a public execution, no one is to know that we killed them. But yeah, we went insane. We named our horse Glitterhoof as our counselor. Our Grand Vizier. He was our Grand Vizier for a hot minute there, and then. We found out that we could abduct him and sacrifice him to Shaytun, and so of course we did that. Now that I'm looking at this council position, it doesn't look like this is particularly optimized. Let's see if there's someone better than this guy. I don't think there is. Okay, yeah, this is the dude that I manually put here after Glitterhoof's untimely disappearance. Marshall looks good, Stewart looks good, Seper, our brother, who's just fantastic at what he's doing, collecting tons of taxes, and pretty much that's it. Spymaster, this guy looks like he's it. Yep, this is starting to come back to me. My Cordamom, Wali Faruksad of Hovezi. I don't know what I want this guy to do. I kind of want him as far away from me as possible. I don't want him snooping around me. Not with our little secret. Let's unpause. See where the game takes us. Actually, let's think about it. What can we do? Okay, so this is the question that I had about. All right, let's backtrack real quick. So again, just a reminder: we are actually a Mazdaki, but in reality, we're a Satanist, a practicing Satanist who is overtly proclaiming his Sunni Muslim faith, but also pretending to be or not pretending, but is a Mazdaki. So at this point, I don't even really know what we're pretending to do anymore. I just know that, I guess, perception is reality. I would say that we are probably, in reality, a Satanist. We are a lunatic, part of Lucifer's own, and we are actively seeking to spread his word by abducting horses and cattle and beasts of burden and having them dressed in white robes and executed somewhere. That brings another question. Where does this happen? Are we dragging them out to the woods somewhere? This is a desert, and I don't know. I feel as if any sort of bonfire. I'm not even going to go down that thread because it defies any sort of logic. We'll just continue. Things that we can do, or that we wanted to do. So Shiraz was independent for a hot minute. That one guy who owned Dashtistan, Arajan, and Shiraz, we just kind of slowly ate away at his holdings until his last one was Shiraz, and he lost Shiraz to this guy, Emir Talib, the Shadow Searcher, he's a pretty good commander, siege leader, and a Lightfoot leader. He's also a Hajjaj. Off camera, I looked to see how common the Hajjaj trait was, and it turns out of every Muslim character throughout the entire Muslim world, which stretches from here, like Morocco, all the way to the far reaches of like Pakistan and into India, there's like 14 total characters with the Hajjaj trait, and that's between leaders, not leaders. It's just all males, all Muslim males. I think it might just be all Muslim people to begin with. I don't know if female Muslims are allowed to take the Hajj, if that's something that they can do. But let's, since we're already here, let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on in the world. We totally forgot about this, or I did at least. It wasn't your fault. This seems to be who knows? Not colonized, building a new holding. This is all like steppe horde guys. Khazar, nomadic, Tengri, pagan, horse lords. The entire steppe of Russia here. And then over here, I believe, are also, these guys are also nomadic. Yeah, so this isn't really settled in the classical sense of the term. Tibet, however, is... Oh, this is nice. What is your religion, sir? Buddhist. Eastern Buddhist, monastic, feudal. Feudal, I should say. That's cool. That's all of Tibet. Pala, this is... India is still pretty fractured, but there's some pretty sizable kingdoms here. Chowda. That looks pretty big. It's a whole kingdom. But this is a lot. This will start to consolidate, I imagine, soon-ish. Maybe it doesn't. And then, of course, the Abbasids, nice and solid. Pretty normal, other than the fact that they lost. If I am not mistaken, it used to stretch past the western border of Egypt, but that is all now Mohalabid, which we are actually related to. We married one of our daughters off to, yeah, this guy's my nephew, Sultan Mirza, so we're related. He doesn't have a wife anymore. He's only 19. Wow, he's got a black eye. He's one-eyed, in fact. He's only 19. He's looking kind of rough, but yeah, he's our nephew. I think by blood. Yeah, and he's the Sultan. So we have our hands in a lot of different cookie jars here. This guy is married to he's betrothed to our half sister. So that gives us a lot of non-aggression pacts with some pretty powerful folks. I haven't just been marrying them off willy-nilly for no reason. There's a method to the madness, but this Barma kid holding is this Kurdish guy. He's a Sunni, but he's Kurdish, and he's carved out his own little kind of, like, this would be where Kurdistan would be. The Byzantines are holding on to Turkey, and you know, the entire Turkish peninsula here is pretty solidly under their control. They still hold a lot of classic Greece. There's Constantinople. It's got the Hagia Sophia. Oh, that's cool. One of the great works. It's already here. It's cool. Who is the Basilius? Basilius Nicodemos of the House Golovos. Born in the purple. That's good. He is iconoclast. That's an interesting fact, is that the Byzantines have gone from Orthodox to iconoclast, and I think that's reflected a little bit if you clicked on... Yeah, so there's still a lot of Orthodox folks over here in Greece and the Balkans, but for the most part, the iconoclasts rule supreme. Lombardy, still pretty solid. I'm going to say solid. I'm going to try and look for some different adjectives. France is formed. Middle and... or I should say East, West, and Middle Francia are kind of sort of united, except for this big French revolt. So we've got a big France that encompasses pretty much all of modern France and a lot of, well, Benelux and like southern Germany. So that's cool. Asturias and Aragon, yeah, I think we looked at these guys last time. Have their own. Aragon's got like a little exclave down here again. Yeah, I think we mentioned that. But this Beja, who is this? A duke. Duke Diaco, the battle decliner. This guy must be craven. Oh yeah. Oh, he's craven. He is just. He's zealous, honest, shy, peasant leader. Lisp. Speaks a bit of a lisp. Visigoth, Catholic. So he's got his little duchy here, the Duchy of Beja. And again, we've got these two different sultanates that should be fighting each other a little bit. But anyway, let's continue. That's the world. Lots of peasants have been moving to the county of Ahvaz lately. Your steward, Seper Humanzadeh Atashin, suggests building new roads in order to make it easier for the peasants to reach the central holdings. He insists that in doing so, the county would become more prosperous. Yes, I will let him oversee the construction. It's a good idea. And we are rolling in the dough. Holy moly, that's 500 gold. That is a ton. Let's do some more improving. I think what we want to do is, yeah, this is the hospital. We could build a fort too. That would be interesting if we did a fort. Could also build just a new holding. I can't imagine why I'd want to do that when I've got other things I want to build. Oh, the militia training ground is currently under construction. It should be done in a couple of months, it looks like. So not Abadan. What could we do? We could do the city. Oh, we're building a city guard here. Militia quarters. This must be our people under this. Who owns this? City of Azaj. This guy, Major Sina, he's got himself some dough. I think what's going on is he's investing in his own province, which is good. So maybe we come up here to Afaz and look at Shustar. Who owns Shustar? I do. What should we do here? Let's do castle fortifications. It's a good, safe investment, and we will continue. A daughter was born to Puya Damunzadeh and Zarin Dokht bint Khurshid, named Nur. What do you got? No congenital malices, that's good, or defects. No pluses, though. That's honestly about all you can hope for, though. That's breaking even is kind of a good thing in that department when you've got so many bad congenital traits. Nur, I can't think of anything else off the top of my head, so that sounds good to me, sure. You are hosting a dinner for some local dignitaries when the full moon comes into view in one of the windows. Trembling, you excuse yourself and hurry up the stairs to your bedchamber while stripping off your clothes. You're completely naked when the guards find you crouched on your balcony, howling at the moon. Oh! This option is available because you have the lunatic trait. Lose 20 prestige. Lose 20 prestige? Oh, I am the wolf, though. We'll get that back pretty quick. But we're at 861. Monthly gain. It'll take us less than a year to get that back, especially if we get some cool events. Disaster! Your fellow member of Lucifer's Own, Kurd Swinik, has been caught by Court Imam Danush and his Ghazis. He rots away. Oh, that's where are you? This guy's here look too. Stay away from me. That's dangerous. It's a dangerous game to be playing. Alright, so, what do we want right now? So, with Lucifer's Own, we've got 159 dark power. This is the, I guess, quote-unquote currency that's used. So, I would need, I think, like 750 of this to request to rank up. Yeah, 750, that's a lot. But we need to be an Abjure for something like 3 years anyway. There's a bit of a time and grade requirement. So we'll wait. Militia training ground has been built in Abadan. That's good. Sunnis still at 100 religious authority. That's good. The Jihad mechanic is just like the Crusade mechanic. That's something, I guess that'll be a bridge that we cross when we get to it. But it's not going to affect us too much because we're not really Muslim. Sultan Shamir Numidus has usurped the title Sheikhdom of Mosul. Okay. A faqih is an expert in fiqh, which is a knowledge. Yep, we've seen this before. We could become a scholar of it. There'd be no reason to not. And this would again keep up appearances that we're not truly a Satanist, and also not a Mazdaki. We've got a lot of secrets. Okay. I want to complete this duchy, right? So this is the Duchy of Fars. I'm looking at it wrong. I want to be excuse me. Historically, Arajan was part of the. I'm sorry. The Duchy of Fars. Yes, this. Of this, these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 counties that make up the duchy. We have 2 of the 3. We would need 1 more to usurp the title of the emirate. So we need 1 more. What would be the weakest one to go after? Darjabid. This guy's immediate boss is Caliph Mahdi. This guy's immediate boss is also Caliph Mahdi, so it's looking like we're just not going to be able to do this for a while because of the enforced realm peace. We're going on for less than 2 years though. And this guy owns a ton of land that we will eventually be taking anyway. This is Yazd and Kerman. We'll have those as well one day. But this guy might be. Ooh, this guy's in a pretty weak position. This is Zoroastrian. Who's been allowed to... Oh, he's feudal. He's not Ikta. Huh. Funny. Okay, so upon further review, this guy is only allowed to revoke, like, Duke-level emirates. He can't revoke Sheikh titles, which is good. So this guy is an independent Sheikh. So he'd be like an independent count who reports directly to the king, and the king can't do anything about it because this guy's slow. The king can't do anything about it because he's technically not an emir. So the caliph can't just revoke his title, even though he probably wants to. This guy doesn't like me because I'm an infidel and I have the Great Pox. Okay, that's fair. What kind of packs do you have? None, or at least none that I care about. I think this guy's gonna get it. I think we go after this fella. What is this? Darabjerd. Yep. The county capital is Lad. All right. We have our target. Unless this guy gives us a reason to. Bad news from Khuzestan. My efforts to squeeze some extra taxes out of the population have been met with resistance, and the peasants are arming themselves. I fear we might have a revolt on our hands soon. Oh, that's not good. Local revolt risk plus 5%. And the mayor and 2 walis are frustrated at me. They're irritated, even, because I was trying to squeeze some extra taxes. Okay. Iblis's favor, Subjur Damun. The great and mighty Iblis has given us so much, and now it is time for us to offer them a gift in return. Iblis craves a soul to serve them in the dark realm, and we have the perfect kind in mind. Capture and sacrifice a dwarf, Abjurer. Glory to Shaitun. Signed, High Priest Miritz. Of course we are going to accept that. We are going to find ourselves a dwarf. Oh. Virgins, dwarves, horses. None are safe. Alright. This is great. Alright, let's look at all these dwarfs. So there's a ton of them. Holy moly. There are more dwarfs kicking around than there are people who've been on the Hajj. And that's, ooh, we've got a Menchian. Alright, we would need somebody in at least diplomatic range. An African. A Grand Vizier. Of a band. Okay, we want somebody who's, like... What would we want? Oh, this poor... we might have our, I think we might have a winner. Shireen, courtier in Miane. She's a dwarf. She's club-footed. She's a bit dull. She's very sturdy. She's ambitious, though, and gregarious. That's an ambitious, dull, club-footed dwarf. Interesting. Okay. This guy would be easy to do. He's a bastard. A bastard dwarf. What are you doing? Oh, you're also a Mazda key. No, I think we would take this lass. Are you just a... What would it take to attempt to abduct? Can we do this? We can. We'll lose 50 dark power. But we're going to capture her. She's dull. She can't defend. And I've also got a feeling that not only is she dull, I have a feeling she might be a virgin too. She has no. Her family is. She's got some family. Whoever this guy is. Oh, they're up here. The Baram kids. Oh, her dad is also hair-lipped. Okay. I've put the word out among my brethren in Lutherforth on. I have a lisp now. -5 viewers. When an opportunity presents itself, the brothers and sisters in Maraga will attempt to snatch Shireen and bring her to me in chains. Good. Do it. My fellows in Lucifer's Own have informed me that Shireen plans to travel the realm incognito for a lark, mingling with the common folk. She will only be protected by 2 loyal friends during this little adventure. A great opportunity to have her abducted if I so wished. Yes, I approve. It worked last time on a horse, and she's a dull, sturdy dwarf. So I would say she's, similar to a donkey. And donkeys are smaller than horses. We got her! My competent brethren in Lucifer's Own managed to snatch Shireen from her guards and bring her to me in a snack. How good. I hope we didn't have to use too big of a sack. She's abducted and imprisoned. And the funny thing is she doesn't hate me as much as she possibly could. Because I'm a Hajjaj. So that counts for something in her book. Alright, now, what are we going to do to you? We are going to, of course, sacrifice to Iblis. Right, that's what the mission wants us to do. Demands payment in blood and souls. Offer them the life of a dwarf, of course. Okay, cool. Perfect. I am not even the least bit sorry about this. Yep, 200 dark power. Bound and gagged, Shireen is carried out of her cell and dropped into the cauldron. As your acolytes slam down the lid and lock it securely, you drop your flaming torch into the firewood stacked around the pot, setting it ablaze. Soon the water within will come to the boil, and another soul will be sent to Iblis. Jesus Christ. Okay, we're going to boil her alive. Dwarf stew for supper. We've got a year and a half's worth of realm peace. The Emirate of Fars has been created. Okay, alright. So, decided to grant me the Emirate of Fars. Whoa! Hey, he just gave us the Emirate. Sorry for screaming so loud, but that's good. We have become the Emir of Fars. And we didn't have to do anything about that. So this guy, this sheikh, these guys. Okay, I can kind of sort of explain why this is happening, and if I mess it up, don't crucify me too much. But okay, so a couple of guys here. Oh, he's not gonna like me, is he? Oh yeah, he wants. Okay, so since these were independent, this guy had his own little emirate to begin with. Over here, right? This was his. And he just owned this Shiraz. He just owned Shiraz because he came and he conquered it because he was stronger and more aggressive than the guy beside him, or the guy who used to own it. And then as we looked, this guy, Sheikh Perroz, had nobody above him. This guy doesn't like me at all. He wants a seat on the council. He doesn't deserve a seat on the council. I might revoke his title. But yeah, so as we said, his direct liege, even though he was only a sheikh, which is, a count, his direct liege was the caliph, which that is, for the caliph, that's not good because it doesn't make sense. Or it's not that it doesn't make sense. It's that, ooh. Yes, I'm going to do that actually. But yeah, so those guys, or this guy in particular, there needs to be a middleman. Or it's just more efficient for the caliph to have a middleman between him and the sheikhs. Otherwise, things get out of hand. So just easier for him to have dukes between kings that act as the intermediaries for these guys, and not necessarily because there's transactions going on, but because over here you have domain size, and your domain size, I think, will count against you if there are no. So people don't count as your vassals. I'm starting to butcher this because I'm not totally certain, but they will count against your vassal limit, I think. I'm not totally certain. Do your own research before you take anything that I say as gospel. So he gave us that emirate because we had 2 of the 3 or 2 of the 5, which and we're also pretty powerful. So he just gave it to us because it would make sense for us to have it. So now we're gonna like him, and even though he doesn't like me much at all, but that's cool with us. We now own that emirate. That's us, right? And what we could do, we have the emirate of Fars, and we could go to war over it. Well, we can't because there's realm peace. So we might go to unify that. Because those are technically not in our... Yeah, those are technically not in our hands. Somehow he was able to create the emirate consisting of just these two counties. De jure... 1, 2, 3. Oh, actually, okay, I see what happens. Okay, so since these two existed, right, these two counties, Arajan and Dashdistan, already existed, or were already under his quote-unquote direct control, I guess. But Darabjerd, this guy didn't have a duke or an emir, so he just put this guy under our control. And that gave us 3 of the 5 that we need, and all we need is 51% of the land that makes it up. So these 2 places are not in our control, Shiraz and Istaq. So we can go to war once realm peace is over to unify those and bring those under our direct control. So we come here and we look. Yep, we have 2 satrapies and an emirate, or a satrapy and an emirate, and we might be giving that away. No, I don't think we will. We're not going to give it away. We're just going to compress de jure ducal claims. Yes, I understand. We will do that. Cool. A few days ago, you noticed an intriguing woman at your court. Most of the time, she sat quietly and did not draw any attention to herself. However, you could tell that she was listening very intently to the conversation and that nothing escaped her watchful eyes. Perhaps you could find a use for her talents. Before we do that, our spy master isn't really all that good. But before we do that, let's see what her credentials are. She's a master seductress, an attractive master seductress. Slothful, brave, shy, just, and lustful. So, and the game just kind of spawned her. She's a Hovezid. I have no reason to distrust her. Well, aside from the obvious that she's like listening, she would be a much better spy master than our current spy master, our current one. So yeah, let's do that. And she owes me a favor. She got married to Kavus. It's a matrilineal marriage nonetheless. Okay, she owes me a favor. Betrothed can marry. Oh yes, Raha, who grew up to be uncouth, gross, charitable and brave. Engaged to Caliph Mahdi. Good. We'll get a non-aggression pact out of that. And we have idle council members. That would be her, wouldn't it? Yes. She could scheme. Scheming would allow me, it's a plus 18% flat to plot discovery chance. So that'd be good. And we could also discourage vassals from joining factions. And thugs attack the spy master. A really low chance because she's really good at her job. We could sabotage places. I don't want to do that. We could study technology. Oh, we'd want to do that. Let's go to Byzantium here and do it, or not Byzantium, but Constantinople. There we go. And we already got that. Yep, they're already married. Nice. Cool. Got a ton of prestige. Wow. Open council position or steward. Oh no. What happened to Sepper? Oh! Sepper was killed by rabble. That's not cool. They just killed him. He had a son before he died. Not even 8 months old. He doesn't like me. That stinks. Yeah, that really stinks. Okay, he was a really good steward. Let's see, we're gonna have to replace him. One of you. Savid, huh? Feroz really wants to do it, and he's a powerful vassal. He's the Sheikh of Daraj Baird. The reason I'm... Okay, so it's a minus... He desires the Emirate of Fars, right? And there's just no way he'd like me. This guy would be better. Savid. He'd just be better anyway, plus he would like us more. Okay. Disaster, your fellow member of Lucifer's own Sheikh Navid the Lecher has been caught by Court Imam Anushviran and his warriors. How he now rots away in Emir Dariush's dungeon. That's, okay. They're catching lots of folks. Makes me a bit nervous, I must say. So what do we got? Glory Hounds, 4 Glory Hounds, 1 Pragmatist. A lot of Zealots, some Malcontents, and some Loyalists. Alright. So we got 2 characters owing us favors, and we've got 9 more months of Realm Peace before we can go after this bad boy. Oh, he doesn't have anybody. Oh, you're done. You're toast. He's decadent too, so people aren't going to dislike it as much. He's got 2 duchies that he has strong claims on. For a long while now, you have not felt the presence of the greatest in your thoughts. You are starting to wonder whether there really is any truth in the Quran, or if it was perhaps just an old book written by clever liars. It must be so. The greatest is dead. The blasphemous... Oh. I could become zealous. That is... Okay. That would make things really weird. If I took zealous, which of course I'm going to do now, I'm zealous. Who am I zealous for? I don't know. Who am I zealous for? What does the game think? What does the game think? I think zealous means. Okay, not this guy. Let's go find somebody who's my opinion of him. I do not like him because he's an infidel, and I'm zealous, and he's my rival. So even if we weren't rivals, I would not like him all that much because I am zealous, and I see that he is a Zoroastrian, and I, of course, am publicly a Sunni Muslim, a very publicly zealous one. So I will say that we are zealous, but I don't think we're zealous for Allah. No. We work for the Dark Lord. Invite to plot. What do they want me to do? Fabricate a claim on the Emirate of Kirman. The Shadow Searcher. Court musician of the Arabian Empire. Do I like the Emirate? Okay, I want eventually the Emirate of Kerman. He's in prison too, so this is kind of low-hanging fruit. We'll decline. I have no reason for people to be poking around my personal affairs. It looks like there's a big war now. Oh, maybe we should have done that. This guy is now... He's in jail. Okay. Okay, that makes things kind of strange. How many troops can you raise? You can raise a lot, but you're in jail, so, like, what? A son was born to Kavus and Huvisaid. This guy is... Oh, she's an important character, so I'm getting information when she has children. Khurshid Kavus-Zadeh. We're attacking somebody now in a Marozban Hudair, Devil Boy. Oh. Alright, well. He's the Devil Boy. He's not even possessed. Really? Really lowering the bar. Oh, he's Persian. And Zoroastrian. Okay. Holy war going on up there. How much longer? We got 3 days. 3 days. Okay, and now we've got people who are... What are you doing? Attacking and in a truce. So, alright, did we decide... This guy? Oh yeah, it's this guy. You're done. You're toast. Yeah, alright, Oh no. He must be our liege, or a vassal of our liege. Why? Why is that? I have a claim. Istach? Was I on the wrong spot? No. He must be our liege or a vassal of our liege. Who are you? Who is your liege? Oh, bully. Ah, okay. Bosh. That's not good. So I can't declare on this guy because he's a vassal of this dude who tried to get us to get in that plot. He's at war though. He's attacking that guy over up here. So chances are, I wonder how many troops he can raise. A better question is how many can I raise? 2.5K, and we've got we're rolling in the cash. We could do this easy, couldn't we? We could absolutely do this so easy. As long as this guy doesn't get involved. But I want Shiraz. I want it bad. Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to declare on this feller. Yeah. Or we could recruit him for Satan. I have a feeling he wouldn't go for that. Let's declare war. Claim Shiraz. Does your claim on Shiraz? Yes. I don't want to... Oh, this guy has a claim on it, but I don't care. I want to claim it for myself. We will lose 2 piety per month. I don't really care. Let's raise our guys. And what we're going to do is we're going to go here. Oh, yeah. No, you don't go that way. You go this way. Why would you do that? And then we'll raise our stoof. Oh, these guys are going to come to Dashtistan. Not that I care too much. Ziyah. What do we got? Aram's already in charge. Farakzad. Alright, cool. We'll go to Dashtistan. While carrying out my duties for Lucifer's Zone, I have met Abjur Unislav on several occasions. These encounters have never ended well. One would be hard-pressed to find a more unsympathetic character. I suspect he is spreading lies behind my back to damage my reputation. I will confront Unislav and reveal his dishonest ways to the world. I will be patient. It will surely pay off in the long run. How much dark power do I have? A lot. I'm still losing a lot. Maybe it pays off, though. Maybe, let's, I don't really want to have a rival. Not with these high stakes. Oh, the High Priest is in jail. Okay. Okay, we need to capture another virgin, it seems. There's just so much stuff going on. Let's do it. Let's finish this war first. Yeah. Yeah, let's finish the war. Oh, we can't capture anything. Let's go back to Shiraz. Oh no. Another guy just got caught. A lot of people are getting caught. Does not bode well for us. So these guys are capping Khuzestan. Azadeh doesn't have a leader. She's a genius too. Booyah's daughter. Oh, her and her brother are geniuses. That's good. You'll be thrift. Just cause. All right, we're gonna cap Shiraz, and then we're gonna go beat these guys up here in Khuzestan. He must have a siege leader because he's Oh, we just got a ton. Yep, we got tons of points. Good, we did that. Oh yeah, that was a good fight. That's a good fight indeed. Come back, we'll cap the rest of these things. I've decided to institute religious control, mandate law. Ignore. I don't care. I'm chasing him around because I want to capture him, but I don't think I'm going to. So I'm just going to go back and siege down the rest of his stuff, and that'll be that. Hopefully. Oh, we got a little bit of reinforcements because we were back in our homeland. All right, let's continue this. Okay, actually, I'm gonna call this one. I'm gonna call this one here, and then we'll do a long one this next time. But I'm gonna stop the recording here. Thanks for watching. This is going really well. So I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.